What's good, y'all? It's your boy Reek got options. I like I always say, whether the market's up or down, we see green. And we've seen a lot of green today because we held support on SPY for the last 3 days. And I told you guys, if we don't break under this 733 level, then we're going to go to the upside and try to make new highs. We broke out of the 90 EMA, but before we talk about that, let's talk about NVDA and see how it held support, but it sold off today after earnings. They did have a double beat today, and it looked nice with a 6.52% surprise with earnings per share. And the revenue was 3.43% surprise. That was all well and fine. You can see how it sold off when we go to the 15-minute chart right here. And then you can see that it dropped all the way down to 216, and now I found a nice little home around the 220 area. The reason why the sell-off happened was because expectations were insanely high. Even though the expectations were beat, it was a surprise. Investors thought that NVIDIA was going to knock it out the park. I'm talking about have double digits percentage surprises and everything like that when it came to revenue and earnings per share, but that did not happen. Also concerns with China, because management said they still expect basically no China data center revenue due to restrictions. So they're still restricted in China. China's not signed no deal with them to get any type of sales when it comes to chips. That's part of that deal. Well, that no deal that they had when they left last week with President Trump. Reporting structure has changed. NVIDIA recognized reporting segments into data center and edge computing. Some investors dislike reporting changes because it makes quarter-to-quarter comparisons harder temporarily. So you don't want anything, to be honest, when you're in the stock market, when you're investing, whether you're a big dog or little dog, you want things to be as simple as possible. All right. And again, the valuation was extremely massive. So since their valuation is massive and their CEO, Jensen Huang, is talking about how much NVIDIA is going to cost, they're raising their rates up and everything like that. Well, their prices, their buybacks and all that, that means NVIDIA has to stay damn near perfect quarter after quarter, month after month, year after year. You dig what I'm saying? But another great thing that they did do after the $8 billion buyback was the dividend change. Quarter dividend was raised from 1 cent to 25 cents per share. That's 2,400% increase. That is lovely with NVIDIA. So what I think right now, you got calls, you got puts, you're going to get burned tomorrow. Okay. I told you guys all the time. Well, I tell you guys all the time, when it comes to earnings, you're gambling if you're getting contracts for the short term. All right. Do not try to play earnings. You play the 2-week run up. We had the run up right here. We talked about it plenty of days. We had this descending wedge, and then NVIDIA broke out, and then we held support right here. So as long as NVIDIA stays above the 9 EMA, it doesn't break under 219, then NVIDIA is good. The last leg in the sand is, well, last leg of the fence is 213 for NVIDIA. So pay attention to that. A lot of buyers could step in tomorrow because things did sound very bullish for them. It was just things that retail traders did not like, and the big investors. Okay, so people definitely took their profits. You can see from here at the top at 236. Now we got to see how the market plays out after that. Looking at triple Qs, it was very, very good today. This is what I use to day trade triple Qs today. My fibs inside the day. Take that out of here. But this is a bullish reversal setup. We talked about that last night. Refer to the video about this Morningstar Doji, how we could pump back up to the highs. Now, when we start selling off tomorrow, we get a rejection or invalidation of this, then it is going to be bad. We're going to get cooked and come down to the 21 EMA. Not saying it's going to happen tomorrow or Friday, but in the upcoming weeks, because you still have this area that we need to come back to and touch. All this under here is liquidity. You do have this gap down here at 683. So you want to pay attention to that when it comes to triple Qs. Tesla, same thing. We kept talking about support yesterday. Today was the day to set your alert at 405. We got above 405, and then boom, we broke out. That was one of the main things we talked about with Tesla yesterday, is that support and getting back above 405 and 415. So if Tesla does this, we could possibly fill this gap up here at 440 and go back up to 453 before we come back down. Tesla just has to start breaking out. Right now it is breaking down. It is at 414 after hours when it had a close at 417.26. Back to SPY. This is beautiful. Can we see new all-time highs? Possibly. We just have to get through this upside at 741. Right now we're inside at 743 after hours. We start breaking down here and we do lose 733, then you're going to start falling, go to 729.35, fill this gap up around the 21 EMA in this 725 area. Last line of defense for Tesla, for SPY would be 719.39. These are my alerts to the downside to let me know if I'm going to see support right here to get calls, or we're going to continue the breakdown and I get puts. Again, this 9 EMA is well above the 21 EMA. So if we do get any type of pullback, that's just what it's going to be, a pullback until you get confirmation with the 9 EMA crossing the 21 EMA. That is how you trade. That is how you chart. You sit there and you play level to level. Don't guess. Don't get greedy. Don't have any FOMO. Level to level, all base hits. Get on base and then you score. Like I always say, whether the market's up or down, we see green. Peace.